your license, proof of insurance, and registration fee.
What's the reason for the stop?
Your speed.
What is it?
You were doing 10 over the speed limit.
How did you calculate my speed?
55.
How did you calculate it?
I don't have to give you an exact speed,
At
sir.
least 45 is not an
I
answer.
have to give you a range.
Why don't you tell me,
Sir,
is this a lawful
give me your
stop?
yes, it absolutely is. License and get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Absolutely. No, I'm arresting you for not identifying yourself.
All right, let's go.
I did not resist.
Yes, you are.
Hands behind your back.
It's 31.99.
Thank you.
Hey,
what's your name and your badge number?
Hold on. What's your name, sir? What is your name?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Well, they want to trespass warn you, which they have the right to do
Right.
off their train.
So I don't need to get my name
I'm
for
trying
a
to talk
warning.
to you.
Dog no.
I'm not a dog, number one. I'm not a dog, number one.
Let your dog know.
I'm not a
that
dog,
he trying to
number
attack
one.
me.
You
Look at
understand?
him.
I'm not a dog.
Hey.
Can I speak with you outside?
I'd rather do it right here.
Okay. Can I have your first and last name?
No, thank you.
No? Okay. Well, they don't want you filming here in this building, so.
It's a public building, man. If they don't want to be on camera, they shouldn't talk to the camera.
What begins as a routine traffic stop quickly spirals into a disturbing power trip. A Washington County deputy demands ID, offers vague accusations, and when questioned, escalates to handcuffs. No radar, no pacing, no clear proof, just the officer's word, and when that's challenged, it's game over. The driver stands his ground, but in a world where questioning authority gets you arrested, what rights are left?
Name and badge number again, please.
I'm Deputy Head with the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
We don't have badge numbers in Oregon. We have DPS 16 numbers.
Can I see your identification?
This is my identification right here. This is my identification, and this is my identification. I need your license, proof of insurance, and registration fee.
What's the reason for the stop?
Your speed.
What is it?
You were doing 10 over the speed limit.
How did you calculate my speed?
Well, you passed me, and I was doing 42 and a 35.
I didn't pass you. I was.
Sure did. You absolutely passed me. You came up on me, and you went to pass me, and the only reason you didn't, you got next to me, I hit my brakes to get behind you, and then you slammed on your brakes.
And how fast were you driving?
It doesn't matter. Give me your license, insurance, and registration.
How fast were you driving? How fast were you driving?
Please get code 1 cover to my location.
How fast were you driving? You personally, how fast were you going?
Sir,
What's the speed limit?
code 1, please. Sir, if you do not give me your identification...
No, you didn't sell. I don't understand
Sir.
why I'm being stopped.
I already told you.
How did you calculate my speed? How did you calculate? How did you calculate my speed?
I already told you. I already answered your
You weren't
question.
pacing me.
I absolutely was.
When were you pacing me?
Did you not catch up to me?
I was driving legal speed
No, you were not.
in my own lane.
No, you were not.
You are in the right lane,
You were
you in the left
absolutely-
lane, and then for some apparent reason you slammed on your brakes, and I did too,
So
because to figure out what was going on.
Okay.
And you were hauling ass.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Then how come you caught up to me?
Excuse me, you slammed on the brakes.
Oh, but no, you caught up to me, and then I hit my brakes to get behind you.
So if I caught up to you, how fast was I driving?
At least 45.
How did you calculate it?
I don't have to give you an exact speed,
At
sir.
least 45 is not an
I
answer.
have to give you a range.
Why don't you tell me,
Sir,
is this a lawful
give me your
stop?
yes, it absolutely is. License and get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
You're being detained.
For what? What am I being
Hands
detained
behind
for?
your
I don't think so.
Hands behind your back.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Code 3 cover. Code 3 cover.
Get your
Get
supervisor.
your hands behind your back.
Do you want my
Hands
license?
behind your back now.
No.
Please, hands behind your back.
No.
Hands, please.
I'm
sir,
not
hands.
resisting.
Yes, you are.
What are you doing?
I am told you you're being detained.
For what?
Put your
I'm
hands.
not even legally stopped.
Yes, you absolutely are. Put your hands behind your back, please.
Tell me what I'm being stopped for.
Because, sir, you are speeding. This was a
You
very
cannot
simple
even tell
stop.
me how fast I was driving.
Does it, sir?
Does it matter? Yes, it does matter.
Sir, you were doing at least 10 over.
You have no
The
idea what I was
The
doing.
statute is...
At least 40, you have no idea how fast I was
No, you were
driving.
not doing at least 40. You were doing at least 45.
How fast were you driving? First of all, you broke the law yourself. No, you
Sir?
can't take my phone. This is my right to.
Sir.
You want my ID?
Yes, I do, but not right now. You're being detained.
For
Put
what?
your hands behind your back.
No, I
because-
need your supervisor because you're assaulting me right now.
I'm not assaulting
I have
you.
I've been
Sir?
legally operating my motor vehicle.
Sir.
You actually broke several traffic rules.
I
Then
did?
you did.
Okay.
Then you decided to retaliate against
Okay.
me because I noticed you doing something unlawful. Why did you brake in the middle of a street for no apparent reason? And you caused me to brake, and then all of a sudden now I'm being detained
Sir,
because
put
I'm
your
defending
hands
my rights.
behind your back.
No, get your supervisor.
Sir, I've got people coming right now.
Great.
You're making this really hard on
Great.
yourself.
No, I'm not.
Put your hands
I'm
behind your
defending
back.
my rights. Is that your supervisor? Get your supervisor because this is
Put your
crazy.
hands, my supervisor's right there. Put
Excellent.
Your
I
hands
want to
behind
talk to your supervisor.
Put your hands behind your back.
I want to talk to your
You are
supervisor.
being detained.
Great. I'll give you my ID, but you can't arrest me for no reason.
Absolutely. No, I'm arresting you for not identifying yourself.
All right, let's go.
Recording.
Signal 0, channel 1, channel 1, close, 1537.
I copy that vehicle versus motorcycle.
Copy, I think it's 28.
Great. I'll give you my ID, but you can't arrest me for no reason.
Absolutely. No, I'm arresting you for not identifying yourself.
All right, let's go.
I did not resist.
Yes, you are.
Hands behind your back.
You got him?
Yep.
Is this your supervisor?
Yep, sure is.
I cannot understand what I'm being detained for as I observed your deputy. I observed your deputy slam on the brake, so I did too. Then she accused me of traffic violations, and I requested.
Hey, real quick, you're in handcuffs. You got to read your Miranda rights, okay?
Okay. And then please explain to me what I'm being
We're
stopped
back
for.
this way. You're gonna grab a seat right here. Oh, hold on a sec.
Actually, it's really hot. I would rather just stand out.
Well, you're gonna end up in there anyways.
Well, I would like to
Separate your feet.
Okay.
If anything on you that can hurt me and you poke me in guns, bomb, knives, bazookas, anything like that.
I remain silent.
It's not an investigatory question. I'm going to pat you down. I want to know if I'm going to find anything that's going to hurt me.
Sir, that's the question. I don't answer questions.
Okay. Any drugs or drug paraphernalia you cannot take to jail.
I don't answer questions.
The reason why I'm asking you that question is because if you do have something on you when you get to jail, that would be an additional charge.
Sir, I don't answer questions.
Okay. Also, I want to let you know you are being recorded by a body camera.
Sir, do you want me to grab your keys or your phone or anything for you?
Ma'am,
All right,
you
sir.
haven't even told me why I'm
You're
being
going
arrested.
right here first. We're going to do that first.
Okay.
Grab a seat. All the way.
Can somebody explain to me what I'm being arrested for?
Believe
sir?
this deputy will hear in just a second.
Absolutely. So you have been arrested for because you failed to present me with your required documents that I asked you several times for.
Ma'am, you haven't even told me why I'm being legally stopped.
Absolutely, I have. And
you haven't even given me the opportunity when I asked you a question, why am I being detained? Okay, because you have detained me.
Okay.
You could not answer. You just simply demanded my ID.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
illegal. Yeah. If
And
you don't
before
give me your
I could
ID,
even do
sir,
that,
sir, you're not listening.
and then when I asked you, do you want my ID? And you said, no, I don't want it now.
Because, sir, I asked you several times for your license, proof of insurance, and your ID. You failed to present those documents several times.
Yes.
I asked you out of the vehicle. You
I
got out of the
haven't- I have-
vehicle.
because
I
I
asked you to
haven't
put your
had the
hands behind
chance.
your back.
I haven't had the chance.
You asked, sir, we have been here for minutes. You've had several opportunities. I'm done having this conversation. You're going to jail. I'm not getting anything out of the car at this point.
Well, we got to tow an inventory.
Yeah, so,
Ramming can get out of your way, and we'll wait for the tow for you.
I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys. I hate arresting people. Especially for silly things. Like, just give me...
Well, he earned this one.
But, you okay?
Yeah, I'm working.
But, what else did they do?
He didn't want to present his ID with his insurance and registration for his office job. Yeah. Thanks, sir.
One of my favorite people.
Just so you know, I'm recording.
I'm okay with it.
All right. You guys can take off.
So for tow yard, you'll let me know what tow yard it's
Yeah.
going to, and then do I give them a slip of paper?
Yeah. Yeah. This is not here.
I'm not taking it.
Okay. Okay. Does he have a driver's license?
Yeah, looks like it does. Excuse me. He didn't say he wanted me to take anything when I asked him.
Okay.
BT for an ODL out of Washington. Or a DL. Sorry, a DL out of Washington.
Thanks for getting me something.
Oh, was it Bethany Station?
King Robert
What?
Tyler
Oh, was that
Victor,
Bethany?
I know.
Lincoln call 220
I heard you call for go to recover. I'm getting ready to turn around.
RIVOLP
The car in front of me just stops and freezes.
That happened at like my body cam footage the last 2 days. It's another like yelling at cars that just stopped in front of me while I'm running code to everywhere else.
Okay.
And it stresses me out when people just stop.
You got a bag? We're not going to leave us a couple $100 worth of phones in the
Oh,
car.
yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the bag. That bag.
Okay.
The only thing I didn't have to is
Did you already call for a tow?
No.
Okay. How do we get those? Not yet. 5324. Can I get a non-perfect tow for the Chevy Traverse in the call? The Chevy Traverse, Washington plate, Boy Nora Union 6354, BNU 6354.
I give him, I put a paper to say where his vehicle got towed.
When you get to the jail, there should be some green sheets that say what to do if your car gets towed or impounded. Just give them one of those.
Okay, perfect.
And then
Never, except for Dewey.
treat it like a Dewey. Same thing. The only difference is when the tow truck driver gets here, I'm gonna say there's no hold on it because there is none.
Yeah, I told Gregor.
Yep. And when we figure out who's towing it, I'll give record a call and have it entered as tow. Yeah.
No, I'm letting you know everything you did. That's what you asked. What did you do?
You buckled him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, he is on your side though.
That's okay. So depending on how busy the jail is, sometimes I divert because then I don't have to make sure there's no other cars on either side. We're not very big parking spots in the jail, and I don't want to have to make that decision out. It's not.
My foot hurts.
It looks like it
I'm
hurts.
glad this wasn't a foot chase or anything.
Use of force question for you. When I get up, she's got him in the door. I grab his other arm. I pull arm behind his back and hold him there. Press him up against the car. Is that use of force?
Not in my book.
Okay.
You gonna charge me with resist?
Good. I don't even like people in jail. Like, this is the stupidest thing ever.
If he resisted enough that you're gonna charge him, then that means your guys is grabbing him and the way you got him into handcuffs was enough to probably write a use of force report. But if you don't think this was a resist, which the DA's office will never charge because you didn't fight.
No,
you
he
just,
didn't fight. It was like passive resistance.
and your other option is to give him a bunch of tickets, cancel the tow, and get out of here.
No, he's going to jail.
Okay then. He's gonna argue with you all the way to jail.
That's fine. We can argue with each other every single time.
I'll have fun with that.
Thanks for a little bit of excitement. I'm glad I was supposed to help. But by the time I limped out of my car, you guys already had him grabbed.
You're not welcome.
This is what happens when law enforcement sees dissent as defiance. No crime, no evidence, just a refusal to blindly obey. That's all it takes for a peaceful citizen to be thrown in handcuffs. Always film, always ask questions, and never forget, you have rights, even if they hate that you know them. At a train station in Florida, a man is approached, questioned, and detained, not for a crime, but for refusing to give his name. Despite leaving when asked, officers press harder, misquote the law, and try to force compliance through intimidation. In a nation built on rights, this moment exposes what happens when law enforcement banks on ignorance, and the citizen knows the law better than the cop.
What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Pitts, 3199.
Thank you.
Hey,
What's your name and your badge number?
Hold on. What's your name, sir? What is your name?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Well, they want to trespass warn you, which they have the right to do so if they're trained.
So I don't need to get my name
I'm
for
trying
a
to
warrant.
talk to you.
All right.
First of all,
I don't want to talk though.
They need your
What's your name?
identification.
No.
For the form. Yes, they do.
No,
By
they
law.
told me to leave. I left. By law, I left.
By
If
law,
you can warn me.
I need your information to put in my system to trespass.
No, I'm not. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Trespassing. And I'm asking you for your information so I can write it.
What crime? Articulate a crime.
From the train station.
Okay, they told me to leave
Sir,
and I left. So what crime did I commit?
You have to provide
Absolutely
that.
not.
Yeah.
901.151 stays
Give me your
different.
name, please.
Florida Penal Code stays different.
I'm asking for your name.
Okay.
Name and date of birth,
I'm
sir.
not giving you my name.
What is your name and date of birth?
What's your name and your badge number?
Don't give it to them.
You have to.
No, I can get you mine.
You're
I'm the
making
primary
contact.
officer. I'm the primary officer.
Okay, so why are they here?
Because they're my backup.
Okay,
And I'm the
I need their
primary
names.
officer.
In case you violate my rights, I need to know
I'm asking
who
for
to
your ID for
contact.
their form.
And I'm not giving
gonna be
it.
Sergeant
They
here.
asked me to leave. They asked me to
They
leave,
don't
and
want
I
you back
left.
here at all.
Okay, so
Or
you don't
any
need my
guidance at
information.
all. They do.
So you don't need. No,
They
I'm
do.
not giving them my information. Florida Penal Code 901.
See this?
Florida Penal Code
See
says
this?
I don't care.
It states that you need to provide them.
First, you need to warn me, which you're doing now, and I'm not on
I
it.
have nothing to do with
Good.
They
So
were-
I'm not. You can't force
I
me to
can
give
warn
them.
you- Hold on, let me talk.
You can't force me to give my
I
ID
can
without
warn you
breaking the
in
law.
the system. Well, when the police officer asks for identification,
That's
you
not
have
what
to
Florida
identify.
Penal Code 901.151 states. It states suspicion of a crime, about to commit a
You
crime,
hold
or have
anything
committed a
like
crime. You can pat me, but you can't search me. I do not agree to any illegal searches or seizures.
That's fine. Here comes the sergeant on the screen.
Okay, good.
Do me a favor. You can hold your phone.
Am I being detained?
Well, right now, yes, you are.
For what crime?
For trespassing.
Okay.
You're obstructing my investigation.
I'm not obstructing. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I need the sergeant, please.
Sergeant's coming, sir.
Thank you. And so you told them not to identify to a citizen, right?
Look,
You
you're
told them
dealing
not,
with me. I'm the primary.
but they're here.
No, they
They're
have
here.
nothing to do with it.
They're
They
here.
respond because
First of all, why are you so loud? Back up a little bit.
I'm right here.
Okay, but back up a little bit.
Because you're right next to me.
No, you
And
walked
I-
up to me.
First of all,
Okay,
I
I'm going to
you
step
down.
a step
There you
back.
go. There
I'm
you
going to
go.
take a step back.
That's
Now, am I being detained?
Yes, you're still being detained for questioning of what took place on the train.
And since I'm being detained, then at this point, I like to assert my Fifth Amendment
Oh my
privilege.
God! What took place on the train that they didn't want to trespass for you? That's what we're asking.
I don't know. Investigate them.
I did. I already talked to her, but I want your side of the story. Instead of,
I don't have a side.
There's two sides of a story, right?
I don't have a side. I don't answer questions, buddy.
You don't answer questions.
No.
Okay, but you have to provide ID when police.
No, I don't.
For an investigation, yes, you do.
Suspicion of a crime, about to commit a crime,
Well,
have
here comes
committed a
the sergeant. You
crime.
can have it with him. And
901.151.
I know what it is, sir.
I'm an activist.
I know.
And you know I don't
see.
have to give you my
I
information.
see.
You know I don't have to give you my information. So all that, when the
You
police...
have, first of all, you have to give your name for the form for them.
No, I don't,
for their
because
system.
no, they asked me to leave and I left. I know the law. I'm very well versed in the law.
Okay.
They told me to leave and I left.
Okay.
So that's my
Very
warning.
versed.
I'm very
So
versed in
when
the
the
law.
police ask you, they want to put you in the system, so when we have to deal with you again, if we do, it's already there, sir.
Then that's when you get it. If I break the law, that's when you get
But
it.
no, we put it now, so...
No, I don't like giving my name to the government for nothing.
How do you get checks? For paid and stuff like that,
I
right?
said
The
for
jobs.
nothing.
For nothing, but for anything, right? So
I don't like giving my information to the government for just randomly.
Stop yelling at me.
I'm not. I can yell. I can talk. Freedom of speech.
I'm asking you to stop yelling at
Do
me.
you feel
And-
threatened?
I kind of do.
Okay, then you can go.
I can't go, honestly.
You can go.
Believe me, I wish I could.
Okay.
It would be a resolved issue. Of
Where's the sergeant? I want to talk to the
Sergeant over
sergeant.
there.
Call the
He's
sergeant.
coming to talk to you.
Because I'm being illegally detained right
Are you
now.
really? Are you? Have you provided your name and your information? You
I
can
don't
take
have
it
to,
away.
and you know that. That's why I'm not in cuffs. That's why you're not taking me to. I'm not giving up my information.
It's not my headache, dude.
Okay,
It's theirs.
then why you
But
still
I'm trying to help
here?
them get the information they need.
Okay.
I'm putting you in a system myself for contact, and you don't want to do that.
No.
You want to elevate it to somewhere else.
I'm not elevating. You're going to elevate it. All you have to do is follow the law.
I am following the law.
No, then follow 901.151. Follow Penal Code 901.151. Follow Penal Code 901.151.
Sir.
You know what that
I
states,
am
right?
following the law.
What crime have I committed?
Well, you were causing a disturbance on the
I didn't
train.
cause the disturbance. They did. They asked me to leave and I got off. I followed their
They need
rules.
the information for their report, sir.
Okay, but no, that's not how the law works.
You're not in my law. Like I'm not.
Okay,
I wasn't
so why are you trying to force me to give them my information when I don't have to?
Report, sir.
She can just put a
But
good
then-
citizen.
Good citizen.
For her to
You say good
report
citizen?
good citizen.
Okay. So when the police get involved, I can identify you
No.
for purposes. Yes.
Not unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
I can suspect you're creating disturbance on a train.
No.
Yes, I can.
You can't. I didn't.
To them.
I didn't. According to me, I didn't.
So let me say-
So their
I think-
word is more powerful than mine?
You wouldn't tell me the story. I asked you what
But
happened.
I'm telling you now, I
Oh,
didn't
now
create
you
a
wanna explain.
disturbance.
Okay.
I'm telling
So
you now, I
explain
didn't
to me-
create.
I asked you. a
There's
minute
no
ago.
explaining.
Explain. I don't. Just,
Okay,
give me a whole
the
story.
explanation is,
There you go.
the explanation is,
Thank you,
I did not cause a disturbance.
Okay, well,
The explanation is, they asked me,
Did that happen?
they asked me to get out the train. I
Well, why
complied
did they actually get off the train?
because they don't like the shoes I wear.
That wasn't according to them. You were playing loud music.
They lied to you.
Okay, so I'm asking you to explain that to me.
Yeah, they don't like the shoes I'm wearing.
So that's the reason they didn't like the shoes
Yeah.
you were saying, like your black Reeboks that you
Right.
were wearing. And that had them put you off the train,
Right.
the conductor as well.
Right.
So if I take a sworn statement from both of them, they're
You can do what you
lying.
want to do. They can lie on a sworn statement.
Okay. Here's the sergeant. You can talk to him. You want the sergeant? We're good. We're good. You want to talk to him?
No, this guy does this all the time.
I shake your hand, Sergeant. So you're not gonna shake my hand, Sergeant? You're not gonna say Hanson. What's your badge number, Hanson?
3065.
Thank you.
Hanson, 3065.
Let your dog know.
I'm not a dog, number one. I'm not a dog, number one.
Let your dog know
I'm not a
that
dog,
he
number
can't
one.
attack me.
You
Look at
understand?
him.
I'm not a dog.
Hey, back
I'm
up
an
from a
officer.
taxpaying law-abiding citizen.
I'm an officer.
Do
I'm an
not
officer.
intimidate a law. You're not acting like a law. You're not acting like an
I
officer.
am.
No, you trying to
I'm not
demand
a
me to
dog.
give my
I'm an
information
officer.
to them.
They need it for their report.
I don't care, and I'm
then
telling
if
you,
an
you're trying to. That's not true, Sergeant. You hear what he said, Sergeant? When the officer asked me my name, I have to give it to him.
If you're being detained, you are.
Yeah.
No, I have to be legally
But
detained.
you do this so often, we actually know who you
I have to be lawfully detained.
I'll give it to the system. Have a nice day.
Lawfully detained.
Stay out of my face.
I'm not in your face. You just came right here. Look. See how your feet move and kick rocks.
This video is a masterclass in standing your ground. Knowing your rights isn't enough. You have to assert them confidently even when badges start barking. The law is not on the side of force, it's on the side of freedom. Learn the statutes, memorize the codes. Because next time, the only thing between you and unlawful detention is what you know. What starts as a peaceful visit to a public building quickly turns into a battle over rights and ego. One moment, staff are polite and engaging. The next, they're calling the cops, demanding ID, and trying to enforce unlawful trespass. Why? Because someone dared to film, legally in a public lobby. When knowledge meets ignorance, tension is guaranteed.
How you doing? Could I have your name and badge number?
Yeah, sure. It's Larry Nunez, 662.
All right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can I speak with you outside?
I'd rather do it right here.
Okay. Can I have your first and last name?
No, thank you.
No? Okay. Well, they don't want you filming here in this building, so.
It's a public building, man. If they don't want to be on camera, they shouldn't talk to the camera.
It's a public federal building, yeah.
Yeah, it's still public.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can come in here and gather information, which is what I'm doing. Getting all the information on the walls and all that. I'm talking to my viewers and telling them what's available here in this facility. Not doing anything nefarious or anything like that, so.
Okay.
She was cool at first on camera, and then I guess that lady said something, and everything just escalated from there. So
that's fine. Well, they also want you to be trespassed as well.
You can't trespass from a public building absent of a crime.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot. Could you call your supervisor?
No, I'll call my corporal instead.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. You got push, yeah, there you go. How you doing, Corporal?
Hey, what's up?
Doing good. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Yeah, it's right here. 567. Is that a real swan?
Yeah. No, that's a fake one.
You already talked to the security officer?
Yeah. All right, so his name is Right Here, part of the Right Here family. I just want to know who told you that if they want to trespass me that they can do so?
The security officer.
Huh?
The security officer.
Well, security officers they're just security. They're not really, they can't enforce any unlawful things or anything like that. So I have to be doing something nefarious in order to be trespassed from the public building.
No, not necessarily.
I have to be doing something illegal. I have to be causing a disturbance. I have to be doing something on those lines.
Well, I'm assuming you're causing a disturbance in their eyes, which is why they want
by walking around, exercising my First Amendment right to record in the public areas, not talking to anybody. How is that causing a disturbance?
Okay, I know as much information as you do right now, so that's why my corporal's here to try to figure out more.
Yeah, hopefully he'll educate them.
So you don't want to give me your information?
Not unless I've been suspected of a crime.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, my goal is to not interact with anybody in there. I went in there, that lady, that security guard actually came in front of my camera and was like, what's up, what's good, what's up? Like, you know, doing a shout out basically. And then that lady flipped and 2 seconds later, her demeanor changed and...
I'm guessing someone...
Well, it was the lady behind the counter there. She didn't want to be filmed. So...
Okay.
That's that. Got 2 more officers on scene here.
Keep up the good
Yeah,
work,
thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Are you wanting to go back in the building, or I guess they're concerned that you're going in like areas that they consider like a secure area?
I mean, it has to be signage. It has to be posted.
Right.
Yeah.
So, are your intentions to go back inside at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there, walk around a little bit, and wait for you guys to leave, and then after that, I'll probably be gone. I'm just doing a quick story, getting information there on the walls. I'm not talking to anybody. That security guard came in front of my camera, was like, "What's up? What's going on?" And then that lady just flipped, and she changed her demeanor within seconds. So.
Okay. I would just ask if you try not to go in there in secure areas. I guess they're holding interviews and...
Yeah, so I did see the interview signage on there, and I didn't go past that thing. Even though the public can go back there, I am allowed to go back there and record. They would have to seek privacy, basically. They'd have to go into a different room or anything like that.
Yeah, just out of respect for these people trying to get jobs.
Yeah, and which I did. I saw people on the phone over there on that side, and I didn't even go over there because I knew, you know, they're probably talking on the hotline or whatnot. And I don't need to get any of that information. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'll just let them know, and we'll get out of here.
No,
journalist?
Yeah, yep.
Cool,
Free
man.
press.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for your professionalism.
You do like online blogs or?
So like I have different sources that I post to. I don't know which one this is going to go on, but
what's the story here?
I just gather information, basically, seeing what's available. If people don't know what this facility is, I'll tell them what this facility is and what they have available.
That's pretty cool.
I do have a channel on YouTube. Cool. Yep.
Cool,
I don't
man.
just post to that though. I do have other. Yeah.
What is it on YouTube?
Central Tyrant Investigation.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So guys, like, subscribe.
Got you.
Like and subscribe, man.
All right.
I appreciate the support.
You ever had any videos of people like freaking out on camera?
Well, now, but yeah. Where did I go to? I was at the Creve Coeur post office, and the lady there, she wasn't the postmaster, but she was in charge there, and she was freaking out and whatnot. I was being very professional, talking to you guys, like talking to her like I'm talking to you guys. So, yeah, people flip whenever they see the
Mic pretty expensive?
Not this one. No, not this one. But they do have pricing mics. But you can get stuff on Temu, Amazon for cheaper.
Okay.
So,
You got it, sir?
yep.
Well, man, well, sit down.
Busy.
Thank you,
This
guys.
video proves that asserting your rights respectfully can expose how fragile some systems really are. No crime was committed, yet police were called and ID was demanded. But thanks to calm persistence and knowledge of the law, the First Amendment prevailed. Always record, always remain professional, and always remember, public property means public rights.